Joining me right now is Dr. Ajay Mehra, former India A cricketer and commentator. We also have Prakash Wakankar, BBC commentator. Let me start by asking Prakash Wakankar. Arshdeep has been left out today. Rohit Sharma, he did mention that he has issues with his back. This is not good news for Team India.
Well, Rohit did clarify that it was not something serious. But yes, I mean, the injury conundrum continues. India are going to go to Australia without two of their key performers. Jadeja, of course, was out quite some time back, and now the bombshell with Bumrah. I wonder how the Indian team management in the long run is really going to rotate and manage players and their fitness, because this seems to be a recurring theme. Yep. That said, in sport, as always in life, one man's loss can be another's opportunity. Someone will have to stand up and deliver.
Who do you think is that man going to be?
Well, you don't know. I mean, as you said in your report earlier, Shami is short of practice. You would have thought that Shami would have got a chance, but COVID struck him down. Siraj has been flown in from the UK where he was playing, so he might be a trump card. And don't write off Bhuvaneshwar just yet. Arshdeep, one hopes, will be fit. So there will be options, but the Indian batsmen are just going to have to score one more than whatever their bowlers concede. I think that's the way India are going to win games.
Taking forward that point that Prakash Wakankar made, Dr. Ajay Mehra, India has had a terrific tournament with the bat, but bowling has shown signs of worry, especially in the death overs. And Rohit Sharma, he did talk about it after the last match. What does India need to do to sort this part out?
I think, sometimes injuries are not in your hand. You got to understand injuries are not in your hand, but you have to now, you see the options you got. Someone like Mohammad Siraj, and also someone like, Mohammad Shami. Of course, Arshdeep, the last game, he was expensive. And I think that's the big worrying point for India, that, you don't have too many options left your sleeve, because, with Bumrah, and I still feel you have to impose a lot of faith on someone like Bhuvneshwar Kumar, because you still have, the experience in him. He's got, he can bowl those death overs. And Arshdeep, I just feel that, yes, he can deliver, but he's too young. He doesn't have too much experience at this level. So I think, yes, India are struggling at the moment, but you got to play, because you won the series. You got to play someone like Mohammad Siraj now and just test him out in this series as well in the last game.
Prakash Wakankar, Dr. Mehra mentioned about Arshdeep. He has been fantastic with the new ball, and especially in the absence of Shami and Bumrah. He has delivered when he has been called upon. Considering that and hoping that he gets fit for the World Cup, who do you believe can partner him? Somebody like Deepak Chahar or Mohammad Siraj?
Well, it's going to be a call to see who they're going to include in the squad as Bumrah's replacement. I think they have a couple of days still left when they can do that. So they will pick somebody. That said, I think Arshdeep, I saw him play his first game in England. I think a little bit different from what Ajay just said. Yes, except the fact that he's young, but that's where the hunger is as well. Don't forget, India, for all our IPL and everything else, only have won the title once. And we all know what happened in 2007. There were a bunch of green behind the ears lads that went out. And Dinesh Karthik and Rohit Sharma, from memory, are the two that remain from there. So this is an older side. You need some youth and you need some hunger. Arshdeep may well provide that.
Okay, this is a question for the both of you. Considering that India will play 5 bowling options, who, according to you, will be those 5? Prakash Wakankar.
Well, I mean, Hardik Pandya is really your trump card, right? So if Hardik is fit and playing, then you're only looking at 4 specialist bowlers with Hardik. And I suspect conditions will dictate a lot. Australian grounds are going to be big, so you will play spinners depending on the wicket condition. And if the overheads are a little bit helpful, then Bhuvi is a definite shoe-in. So if I was to sort of put my neck on the block and assume that Deepak Chahar or Siraj are going to be added to the squad, then for me it will be 1 or 2 spinners. So obviously either of Ashwin and Akshar. I think Akshar has to play. You're going to play Bhuvaneshwar because of his experience, and then you're going to use 2 other slots to fill up the other 2 seam positions. Arshdeep will be leading that pack, in my view, along with Bhuvi.
Dr. Mehra, who are the 5 bowling options according to you?
Yeah, I thought, Akshar has done a tremendous job. Filling those big shoes of Jadeja is never easy, but just the way he's bowled in the Australia series and in this series as well. At times you can be expensive in T20s, but that's okay. But I think he's got the ingredients, Akshar Patel. Ashwin, I thought, just on the Australian surface, because of his guile, just seeing if the opposition has got a few left-handers, I think he can be a big asset with experience that he possesses. You of course have someone like Chahal as well, but I think Ashwin has done pretty well. And these will be the two spinners for me, Akshar and Ashwin. And going back to those, seamers, Hardik, of course, he's your, male all-rounder, your seaming all-rounder. And then you have Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Arshdeep, because I feel Bhuvi has a big role to play in the World Cup. You just can't sideline him. He's done that for years for India. He's bowled so well. And Arshdeep, being a left-arm seamer, yes, he's young. He'll be, hungry as well to perform. But what I mentioned was just that, that experience in the World Cup. You're playing against the stronger oppositions, against quality sides. So you need that bit of experience as well. You need a blend of experience and youth. So I think Arshdeep will provide that in being a left-arm seamer. So I think, yes, these will be the lineup for me. Hardik, Bhuvi, and Arshdeep as far as seamers go.
All right. Prakash Wakankar, talking about the batting, especially about KL Rahul, he has been rested. Is it a fair call to give him a rest, especially when he was getting back into a flow, getting back into form?
Well, these conversations happen in the dressing room, right? So if KL is feeling good about it, he seems to be back in good nick, maybe it's fair. Because you do want to provide an option. I was a little bit surprised that it turned out to be Shreyas Iyer. But I think they're just playing him to give him an opportunity. He's a like-to-like replacement for Virat Kohli. So in case, God forbid, there is some need for a replacement, they're just giving him a feel. I think the batting looks pretty settled. Yeah. I will be very, very interested to see how the teams are going to bowl to Surya Kumar Yadav in Australia. The wickets are going to be bouncier. The ball's going to come onto the bat. The boundaries are going to be long. So some of those exciting flicks may not go over the boundary.
Right. The batting looks settled. The bowling is a little worry, but hopefully we'll sort that out before the World Cup starts. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this discussion.